Fellow FPL managers, what is up guys? The double and blank game weeks have been confirmed and we've got some injury news to go through, so let's get right into it. So, as the masterminds Ben Krellin and Planet FPL Pod predicted, the blank game weeks and blank game week 34 were indeed postponed to double game week 33, with that Forest and Brentford fixture being correctly predicted to not have a blank or a double. It's just going to be postponed to later on in blank game week 34. So, we know what's up. This is the type of thing we've been planning for the entire game week anyway, so no one's plans for their teams are really changing that much because this is the sort of situation we were planning for, which is really good news. Arsenal, Palace, Aston Villa and City will double in game week 33 and no one else. Then obviously we have that double game week in 32 where Crystal Palace and Newcastle both double. And there will probably be more double game weeks after game week 34. It's not guaranteed, but it's quite likely because of the FA Cup final. There are going to be some postponements. So guys, make sure you keep an eye out for that as well. If you want to save your triple captain or your assistant manager for later on in the season, you still can, because there still could be some doubles. On to the injury news, guys. First of all, we have defenders and we got Gabriel, and for us Gabriel owners, it's not looking good. That hamstring problem is a little worse than people thought. As for Aina, it doesn't look as serious and we've not heard a ton on it, to be honest, guys. He was forced off in the 39th minute for an injury playing against Man United, and we're just going to have to wait for the pre-deadline press conference. I tried to find out a little more about Aina, but as of recording this, there's not much to go off. So if you guys do own Aina, don't act now. Just wait for some more news, because there should be some from Nuno before the deadline. On to midfielders. Now, guys, the first one we're going to be looking at is Gordon. He has not played for a little while. He's been suspended, but he's also had a thigh injury at the same time. As for whether he's going to come back or not, we don't know for sure. I mean, Eddie Howe is hopeful that everyone who is injured, including Isak, someone we'll talk about later, he's hoping all of them are going to be back in training by Monday before Leicester's game. And it's good news they play on Monday, because that means players like Gordon and Isak have plenty time to rest. The problem is, with that game being on Monday, there might not be a press conference from Eddie Howe before the deadline, meaning there's going to be less information out there. But once again, you look on Twitter, you look on the internet, there is going to be reports flying through, some reliable and some not. So make sure you're following loads of FPL accounts just so you can get the best information possible. As of right now, I'd stick to Jacob Murphy over Gordon until we hear anything more. If you own Gordon, I doubt anyone watching this owns Gordon, but if you do, it's definitely worth holding. Just if you want to bring him in, maybe wait for the double game week when he's confirmed to be back, because you don't want to transfer him in just for him to not play. You know, with the injury crisis right now, it's not a safe thing to do. As for Kluivert, guys, once again, going to have to wait for the press conference to know more. But the last things we've heard don't really fill me with confidence as a Kluivert owner. It's just, you know, like fatigue and tiredness. There's no actual injury. In Iriola's words, apparently it's going to be difficult for Kluivert to be ready by game week 31. So as a Kluivert owner, guys, if you're out there, you own Kluivert, I know a lot of you do, it may not be worth selling because he could be back in time for game week 32. So if you have good bench cover, make sure you use it, take advantage of it, because you ideally don't want to be selling Kluivert. He is a great asset who could just be missing a game or two. Like Iriola said, it's not even an injury, it's just muscle tiredness. So yeah, once again, wait for the press conference for more news, but as of right now, still wouldn't recommend selling him. Finally, for the forwards, could you have guessed it? You should wait for the press conference again, guys. Pretty much for all of these players, it's the exact same. Always wait for more information. As for any other news we've had on Chris Wood, apparently he's getting better day by day, and they are hopeful he's going to be back to play that game in game week 31, but they're not expecting him to be. It's one of them 50-50 situations where as of right now, they don't know if he's going to be ready. He's not trained yet with the team. He's still recovering from the injury. If you own Chris Wood, I know a lot of you own Chris Wood, just wait on it. Think about it, because he could be back for game week 32. If I didn't hear any more news, and this is all I had to go off, I may sell him because there's so many good forwards to go for at the moment anyway. You know, you've got Marmoush, you have Mateta, for example, around his price point. Two really good forwards. If you don't own one of those guys, it'd be great to buy them. So as a Wood owner, you probably shouldn't be holding Wood, because if he does come back, it's away to Aston Villa, which is never easy. And Isak we talked a bit about already. The bad news is there probably won't be a press conference. That's not guaranteed, but there probably won't be. The good news is he has more time to rest than others, more time to recover, and Eddie Howe, once again, it's hopeful he's going to be back in training before the Leicester game. And if you guys are still interested about Haaland, you don't know much about Haaland, it says on the FPL app he is expected back in game week 36. So if you have Haaland, do not hold on to Haaland, guys. Just let him go. Looking at my team, guys, I have some powerhouses on my bench. I have Gabriel, Kirkes and Kluivert. Yes, I own a few of these injured players, and I want to wait for more news, but ultimately, because my bench cover is so good, I won't need to sell them either way. I was planning on using my bench boost in game week 32. That plan has failed now. It's not going to happen, if we're being honest, you know, unless all of these guys miraculously come back from injury early. It's not looking good for your boy. So this game week, we've decided to sell Winks because we have some money in the bank, and we have instead brought in Murphy to play away to Leicester. And that way we are now tripled up for Newcastle in double game week 32, and we already tripled up for Crystal Palace in game week 32. That was the one and only free transfer I had. I still have triple captain left, bench boost left, and my wildcard chip left. I'm planning on using the wildcard in game week 34 because I already used my free hit, and I was pretty happy with that. But now with all these injuries flying around, I kind of wish I had my wildcard, guys. I'm not going to lie, it would be very, very helpful. Even with this lineup, we've still got Isak, who's a risk. We've still got Gakpo, who doesn't really start. So this is really frustrating, you know. With all these injuries, I'm probably going to end up playing with 10 men. Worst case scenario, 9. So I'm hoping Isak recovers. That's essential for me because I'm not selling him. And Gakpo, I hope he actually starts. Like, he's been the second best Liverpool attacker this season. I'm not really sure why Slot didn't start him last game week. I don't think he's still recovering from the injury. I could take a hit to sell him, but ultimately I don't want to take a hit. If I was to sell him, I'd be bringing in Marmoush, and I'm not sure Marmoush scores 4 points more than Gakpo. Playing away to Man United is not exactly going to be easy. They got beat last time they played against Man United, and that was when they were playing at home. And as for Gakpo, if he does start, he's a lethal goal threat and my best differential. That's something I don't really want to let go of, even though it is risky. I want to hold on to him. I mean, I've held him through like, you know, 7 game weeks of him just not starting. I've been so foolish. I should have sold him ages ago, but now I've just got to ride this wave, you know, because, you know, I'm in far too deep at this point. I can't just hold him for 7 game weeks where he's not playing, then sell him for the 8th one, you know. I've got to see it through 100% until he starts a game or picks up another injury or something, you know. Gakpo, please just clutch up for me. I need your differential points. Finally, as for captaincy, we're playing it safe because Salah is Salah. Isak may not even be playing, and Palmer is not on great form right now. So that is what the team is lining up like. I've not got a fun team like you lot. You lot all probably have your wild card left, so please don't flex on me too much. Please don't flex on my awful team. I just need to hold on through this game week because game week 32 and game week 33 is going to look pretty good for me. It's just game week 31 isn't amazing. Anyway, guys, if you did make it this far, you are greatly appreciated. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you're subscribing, make sure you're liking the video, and yeah, I will see you all after this scary game week.